but we are already looking ahead at what is coming up after that. Of course, it's a big one at Anfield. The defending champions Liverpool will be entertaining Manchester United. It's the biggest rivalry in English football, and of course we are here to break it down for you from a fantasy perspective. Who do you go for? Liverpool have suffered 3 defeats in all competitions, and that is successive defeats. For Man United, it's up and down all the time. You don't know what to expect with Man United. Will this be the game where they shock everyone? Hey, I'm joined by Nick as well as Usipo, and I'm Umongani, your host. We're here to talk about Liverpool and Man United. Nick, let me start with you, simply because you're a Man United fan. And here we're just talking about the defense.
Yeah.
We are doing a 3-part series. The next video we'll be talking about the midfield, and after that we'll be talking about the forward or attacking players. Now, from your first line of defense, or rather your last line of defense, goalkeeper Alisson out for Liverpool, and then you had this guy making his debut for Man United, and they get a clean sheet, they get a win. Who do you go for between the sticks?
It's a difficult one to call. My heart says United, but my fancy brain says Liverpool. And I'm basing that purely on results, right? I understand Liverpool have been suffering of late, but you know, once they catch their traction, it's hard to put it past them. Yes, we said Alisson is out, but the sub keeper, it's not a bad choice.
Mamadishvili, yes.
Same one. Again, I mentioned previously, I wouldn't pick him because of names, but yeah, I think he's a good pick. I think
good pick. Siga, do you go with Mamadishvili? What is your thinking here?
Sorry, Nick, totally have to disagree on this one. United's got a new keeper. First match, clean sheet. He got what? 45 points against Sunderland. And again, you're as good as your last match.
And that's a good start.
And Liverpool coming from a loss against Chelsea, United just won. They probably need that momentum to get going. And yeah, with the United roller coaster, you won't be sure how they're going to perform after the international break. But on this one, I'll pick the keeper based on their confidence. The boy is confident. He just made his Man United debut. It doesn't get any bigger than that. So yeah, I'd go with Lamens on this one, and hopefully I'm correct. I just hope the Liverpool strikers continue in their hospital bed.
But now here's the crucial one, and we did discuss this when we were talking about Chelsea and Liverpool building up to that game, especially after the game, not building up, after the game. There were talks of Virgil van Dijk twerking. There was just a lot going on, a lot of memes on social media. I want us to discuss that central pairing there. Who do you go for in this game? Because Liverpool themselves haven't been at their best. Man United, you never know what to expect. So it makes this a difficult pick. Who do you go for? And also another thing, are you pulling an Amorim and playing a 3 at the back? Are you playing a normal 4 at the back? What do you do in this particular game?
For me on this one, I'd go with the Amorim 3 at the back.
Okay.
Looking at both teams, they don't really have those standout defenders who get you points. Looking at their fullbacks, the Liverpool fullbacks are not exactly attacking. In the last few matches, they really haven't accumulated that much points. Looking at the United fullbacks, you don't know who's gonna play. Is it gonna be what's his name from Portugal?
Hello.
Is it gonna be Dalo? Is it gonna be Mazawal?
So you never know what to expect.
It's a bit tricky. But again, for big games, I'd go with the tried and tested Harry Maguire. Because again, if he's not defending and United have their backs against the wall, he becomes Maguire-Dino. I mean, he tends to score goals, so that would be my pick for defenders, either than the twerker.
You're right, but you're wrong. For me, you know, as much as we like to talk about this as United and Liverpool, it's a big game. Anything can happen, right? I understand that Maguire will maybe come off the bench with that slab head of his and maybe put one in there. But Van Dijk, I think that you're going to see him come back to his best. And I know it sounds like I'm a Liverpool fanboy. I'm the opposite of it. But I'm just trying to think in terms of fantasy, where the points are going to lie. Yeah. I think Van Dijk, he had a shaky performance. He's going to come off that and have something to prove. And that's going to affect your fantasy points as well.
Come on, mate. I'd have Lenny Euro over Van Dijk.
The battle has already started. We are already like what, a week away from the game, but the battle has already started here in our Fanstars studio. And we are just talking about it's just the defense. You know, we're not discussing the full 11 just yet. It's just the defense, and it's already heated up, and that is why we love it. So, quickly, before we wrap up, for those fullback roles, you did mention the likes of Dalo, Mazraoui. Also, it's different for Liverpool, right? Trent Alexander-Arnold is no longer there, and he was the guy that they looked to in terms of those passes, those assists. But now they don't really have that. So, from the flanks, at the back, who's that guy that you can say, you know what, if you have this guy, he's going to get you points?
So look, I think that would be an argument made for Kirkes, but you know he's better going backwards than he is going forward. I think on the opposite flank, if you look at Frimpong, that boy's like lightning on the wind. You can't catch him. And with that momentum, up and down, with the crosses he puts in, you know, he finds good areas. I think it's possible that he could maybe make an assist for Liverpool that day.
Frimpong, Siga, who is that guy that you're really looking at from obviously a defensive perspective on the wings that can get the points?
Frimpong is a good pick. I think I'd have him on the one side and have Patrick Dogu on the other side. Because again, with United, I think he's been one of the consistent defenders in terms of being in the lineup. So yeah, I think my back three would be Frimpong, Dogu, and the big Harry in the middle.
Well, those are the picks that the guys are going for. Remember, we were just talking defensive players only. The keepers, the starters, well, with Man U, you're never sure what to expect because, you know, it's Man United. Onana is gone, and now there's a new keeper in town, and Siga is going with Lamens from Man United, and Mamadishvili this side. Who do you go for? We're helping you build your team nicely from the back. This is Fan 365, and we'll see you for the next one when we discuss the midfield for this particular game.